Hi, I want to show you how to value a stock price with Share Value Calculator. Let's open the calculator screen. In order to see and use the financial ratios of a company, I usually use Reuters webpage. It's easier to use the system if you open the two windows simultaneously on the same screen. For example, let's check for General Electric stock price. I have already opened the page of Reuters to see the financial variables ratios of GE. As you may see today, the current market price of GE is $24.01. Now I want to calculate the intrinsic value of this company's stock. Then I will decide if the current stock price of GE is expensive or cheap to buy. If the intrinsic value is much more expensive than the current price, this means that the current price of the stock is cheap, and most likely the price will rise and reach this value in the near future. In order to value the stock price, I need to use these ratios. I need to enter these financial data of GE into Share Value Calculator. It's safer to enter the data manually. You will be sure that nobody will manipulate your valuation with other variables such as current or previous lowest or highest stock prices. As you may see, Share Value Calculator found out the estimated intrinsic value of GE as $24.39. Let's check for the current market price of GE once again. As you may see, the current market price of GE is $24.01. Our calculation shows that this stock's current market price is very close to its intrinsic value. The difference is just 1.58%. It means that the current stock price of GE is 1.58% cheaper than the intrinsic value of GE's stock. There's no big span between the intrinsic value and the current market price for profit. Now, let's save this calculation to our watch list to check it later. When we look at today's highest stock price of GE, it's showing that it has reached to $24.95. This shows us that the estimated intrinsic value calculator works correctly. Let's check for another well-known stock price such as ExxonMobil. Today's current market price of this company is $88.66. Our goal is to calculate if the intrinsic value of ExxonMobil is lower valued or not. We will enter the financial data and let Share Value Calculator calculate the intrinsic value of this company. Here, it is shown as $89.79. This stock price's today's highest price was $89.75, which proves that Share Value Calculator works very well. As you may see, within a 52 weeks period, the highest price of ExxonMobil was $95.49, and the lowest value was $84.70. According to market conditions, the market price may be different than the intrinsic values, but in order not to take risk, it's better to know the intrinsic value and trade accordingly. It's less risky to search undervalued, well-known stocks. Let's check for another well-known stock price such as Intel. Today's current market price of Intel is $23.77. Let's calculate the intrinsic value of this company. Here it's shown that the intrinsic value of Intel is $23.98. Let's look at the current market price once again. It's $23.77. As you may see, the current market price of this company is very close to its intrinsic value. There's only 0.88% difference between the current market price and the intrinsic value. This may prove to us that the calculator gave us a correct result. Let's check for the previous stock prices of this company. Today's highest price of Intel was $23.96. This shows us that the intrinsic value of this company is equal to the current market price. In order to profit on the stock market, you have to find better stock, which should be at least 10% or cheaper than the intrinsic values. For example, let's check for BP's stock price. As you may see, the current market price of BP is $42.24 today. Now let's calculate the intrinsic value of BP's stock. Let's enter the variables. We are directly using the variables of Reuters. You may also get variables from Bloomberg, Yahoo Finance, or similar financial services websites. If the variables are changed, our results will change accordingly. As you may see, we found out the intrinsic value of BP's stock as $53.43. This means that the true value of BP is $53.43. The difference between today's market price is approximately 26.49%, which may provide you 26.49% profit. In order to build a profitable portfolio, you have to invest into profitable stocks. Let's check our watch list. If you look at your previous calculations, you may see that BP seems a good candidate to invest in, but you may also find better alternatives to invest in. You may also want to monitor companies' financial news in order to make an informed investment decision. Thank you for watching our tutorial. Please visit www.sharevaluecalculator.com.